They said it would happen, and it has. The day when you could go to the movies without leaving your living room. Something Hollywood was looking forward to with dollar signs in its eyes. No longer would they have to lure you to a theater. You wouldn't have to go to the movies. The movies would come to you. Well, they are coming to you. If you're ready for them, via videotape cassettes you can play on your home television set. But if what you want is Superman, the only way you can get him is illegally, from a modern-day pirate who steals first-run films, somebody's copyrighted product. The market for pirated films is worldwide, and it's costing Hollywood millions. It's happening because it's so easy to slip a videotape recording of a film into a machine and virtually turn your living room into a theater. Grease, box office smash. But some pirate has managed to get it transferred from film to videotape. The boys from Brazil. Hollywood worries that illegal tapes of movies will cut into theater profits now and into television release later on. Heaven can wait. Warren Beatty.
I'm dreaming, huh?
What's at issue here is the illegal use of someone else's copyrighted material without permission or payment. For the pirate, the profits can run into the millions. We set out to learn just how the hot film and tape market works. Producer Paul Lowenwater and cameraman Bob Peterson picked one out of dozens of video showrooms they could have gone to in New York City. Adwar Video on Lower Fifth Avenue. We saw their ad in the New York Times. Lowenwater and Peterson, with our hidden camera, came to pick up copies of Grease and Star Wars, which they had ordered on a previous visit.
This is the Star Wars then, and this one is the Grease, parts 1 and 2. Okay, fine.
Now, how are we going to pay? Do you want them on separate bills on the same bill, cash, master charge? Separate.
No.
Okay.
Do you have any luck with Superman?
Not yet. My person hasn't come back yet. I'm thoroughly amazed. Usually they say it, and then they turn up like 3 or 4 weeks later with it in their hands. So all of a sudden they look up, and here they are. So I haven't given up hope. It's actually a standard operation.
Yeah, and that'd be the same $40 a cassette thing?
Yeah.
You call them training tapes, huh?
Yeah, because the other thing is illegal.
Yeah. I'd love to look at the that illegal list again, if I can.
I'll do it for you in just 1 minute. Let me make you change.
The illegal list grew longer each time we visited, as more current titles were added. Where do they come from? Well, from somewhere within the film industry itself. Some employee will sneak out a print overnight to be duplicated by a pirate. Even a theater projectionist, lending one reel of a film to a pirate while the rest is being shown in his theater. It's almost impossible to protect a film against pirates. Technicians and stars, and yes, film executives, and yes, employees at television networks and stations, all have access to films.
Back there. Yeah.
Producer Lowenwater wanted to check the quality of the tapes he had bought at Adwar Video. And he was led past the video cameras and recorders, which are the major part of the business, to the back room where the illegal copies are made. Star Wars, illegal on videotape. This copy, which we filmed later, was sold to us for $50. In its heyday, pirates were getting $500 and up.
Do you have Turning Point? My wife would like that.
I got it, I think, but it's not very good.
Not a good copy?
No, there's too much of a buzz in it.
Yeah. So, and the other one was Heaven Can Wait.
I've got that, and I'll show it to you. It's not a great copy, but you can be the judge if you want.
Whether I want that or not.
Yeah.
These are masters then, not...
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
The masters are Adwar's permanent tapes, from which copies are made for sale.
3/4 now?
No, it's not super crisp. And see, there's some wrinkles.
A little rollover on it?
Yeah, that's like a wrinkle.
Yeah. Well, did you get it on cassette or do you get it on film?
No, we got it on cassette. If it were on film, it'd be better than that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. 2001, Towering Inferno. This little library does not belong to pirates, but it used to. It's now in the hands of the FBI. This is Homer Hap Porter, who runs the FBI's anti-piracy squad in Los Angeles. Star Wars. Where would this have come from?
We obtained that during a raid that was a little over 2 weeks after Star Wars had been released to the public.
You certainly got the titles.
We have most of the major titles that have been produced within the last 10 to 15 years.
Piracy as it is now and as it could be in the future, is a cancer in the belly of the film business.
Jack Valenti is head of the Motion Picture Association of America, the trade group of the major film studios. Mr. Valenti, have you got a guess as to how much piracy costs the film and tape industry?
It is difficult to measure precisely because one never knows how much business you're losing. Estimates range from 100 million up. But the point is that it is there, it is rampant, and unless we can get a hold of it alongside the police forces of the world, it can cause serious injury to the body and soul of the movie business.
Hollywood sees every new video recorder as a threat to its pocketbook. Thousands of potential customers flocked to this first national home video show in Los Angeles a few months back. Every machine can copy. Every copy means dollars lost in royalties not paid and tickets not sold. Several movie companies are trying to thwart the pirates by selling some films on tape legitimately. But right under Hollywood's eyes, here was Battlestar Galactica, recorded illegally off the air by somebody, being shown as a come-on by distributors of big-screen television sets. Galactica was filmed for ABC television by Universal Pictures, which told us it has not given anyone the right to record it on video cassette. But you or I could do it, using the new technology that is running away with the law. Here we are with more than 1 million new videotape recorders expected to be in American homes by the end of the year, and a copyright law that says that taping off the air is technically a violation. And Sony, who makes recorders, has now been taken to court by Universal Pictures and Disney Studios, who contend that the very existence of this machine is what makes copyright violation possible. They would like the machines limited to playback only, no recording. Sony contends that Congress knew about home recording when it wrote the new copyright law and never intended that home recording should be prosecuted. That case will take months, and the decision will ultimately affect us all.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
I'm Ginger from American Ecstasy. When you see a scrambled picture on this channel, don't worry. We'll be testing the uncensored American Triple Ecstasy every night at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's so hot, we have to scramble. You can descramble the channel with the American Triple Ecstasy Descrambler box. $399 includes everything you'll need for the first year. The second year is only $120, guaranteed. Order now by calling 1-212-696-4111 during the day with MasterCard or Visa. Or send check or money order to American Ecstasy, P.O. Box 1948, New York, New York 10156. Members of American Ecstasy can use their 20% discount and pay only $319. These are the original versions, no editing. When we start officially, that's when your first year begins. You will not be billed for the XXX testing period. If you've already ordered, you'll be getting this box very soon. Throw away the big tools and follow these simple directions. It hooks up like a VCR. Audio and video out of your satellite receiver into the box. Out of the box into your TV set. Plug the box into the wall, that's it. You'll see the hottest television in America. American Triple Ecstasy plans to bring you New Wave Hookers, Sex Drive, Smoker, Bordello, Sex Crimes 2084, and over 100 others. Send $399 to American Triple Ecstasy, P.O. Box 1948, New York, New York 10156, or call 1-212-696-4111, weekdays from 9 to 5. American Triple Ecstasy. We excite you.
Welcome to Hastings.
Most of us head out to a music store to buy CDs, but not Mike Chesworth.
I've been using Napster for about a year.
He goes to Napster.com to get all the music he wants, and he doesn't pay for it. How does he do it?
Basically, you log on and then you click download to basically download the initial program.
On the website, he can share his MP3 music library free of charge and get access to anyone else's.
We type in Britney Spears, B-R-I, and it's now searching all the other users to see how many people might have Britney Spears on their computer, and there are thousands and thousands. So basically, we just hit one, let's say, oops, I did it again. Double click on that, and it starts downloading. So if you have a CD burner, you can burn it on a blank disc, or another way, you can record it on a little mini disc.
Since it was created, millions of music tracks have been shared over the internet, but the artists and the record labels have been cut out of that deal. That means they don't get paid. So how do Eastern Idahoans feel about Napster?
$17, $18 for a CD is outrageous. I mean, it only takes a quarter, and you can go on the internet and reproduce that same CD for 50 cents. I mean, who's not going to?
Kind of not so great for the record company, but I think it's good for the people. But I like it.
As opposed to paying $15, $16 for a CD, you can buy a blank CD and pay maybe $1, $1 and a quarter.
We couldn't find anyone who thinks Napster is a bad idea, but who's going to complain about saving money?
Hi, Z103.
Hey, can I request a song?
Yeah. You know what, we get that on.
Seamus and Brad make a living playing music for all of us on Z103.
What do you want to hear?
Backstreet Boys, The One.
So what do they think of Napster?
The quality is so good. It's like, this is no different than going and buying the CD. Should this be legal? I think so.
And people will still buy the CD because they want the artwork and the actual CD.
But bands like Metallica say Napster is violating copyright laws, and they're mad about it. The Recording Industry Association of America is trying to shut Napster down with lawsuits.
If their album sales were zero, then yeah, they'd have something to whine about, but when they're still selling millions of records, be quiet.
Napster says they're protected by the Audio Home Recording Act of 1992, which makes file sharing as legal as loaning your neighbor a movie. And few people think websites like Napster could be shut down now that this kind of technology is available.
And the way the system's set up right now, there's no way they're ever going to be able to stop it.
Mike agrees and says he'll keep on using Napster as long as it's an option.
We'll never have to buy another CD again.
In Idaho Falls, Maggie O'Mara, Local News 8.
51-14. Средното професионално техническо училище по машиностроене Средец София приема документи за учебната 1988-89 година. Кандидатите трябва да са софийски жители, завършили 8 клас и не по-възрастни от 17 години. Срокът на обучение е 3 годишен. Завършилите имат право да кандидатстват във всички учебни заведения. Специалностите, за които се набират ученици, са монтьор на кари и водач на моторно превозно средство категория Т, монтьор на машини, апарати, уреди и съоръжения и оператор на металорежещи машини. Документите се приемат на адрес София, булевард Тотлебен 38, а допълнителна информация можете да получите на телефон 52 50 02. Градската потребителна кооперация Искра, град Нови Искър, откри днес след реконструкция Суперкоп в квартал Александър Войков. В магазина можете да намерите богат асортимент хранителни стоки, безалкохолни напитки, перилни препарати, домашни потреби, електроуреди, осветителни тела, дребна железария. Към Суперкопа има магазин за плодове и зеленчуци и магазин за риба и рибни консерви. Работното време е от 8 до 12 и от 16:30 до 20 часа. Почивен ден е неделя, а в понеделник работното време е от 15 часа. До Суперкопа можете да отидете с автобуси номера 26, 27 и 29, които тръгват от последната спирка на трамваи 11 и 12 на квартал Илиенци. Утре в представителството на Съветския технически център Автоекспорт, което се намира в сградата на сервис Дружба в столицата, ще бъде открита постоянна изложба на стоки за народно потребление. Те са производство на предприятията на Министерството на автомобилната промишленост на Съветския съюз. Изложени са автопринадлежности, детски играчки, градински сечива, битови уреди и съдове, железарски стоки и други. Изложбата е предназначена за специалисти и от интереса на нашите външно-търговски организации зависи дали тези стоки ще се появят на нашия пазар. Изложбата може да се посещава организирано след предварителна заявка на телефон 79 85 10. Поради големия интерес, проявен към организираната екологична бригада, организирана от Общинския комитет на комсомола община Витоша, в Народен парк Витоша, записването за втора смяна ще продължи до 29 юли на телефон 57 46 96. Сборният пункт за желаящите да участват в нея е на 1 август от 9 часа в двора на второ единно средно политехническо училище академик Емилиан Станев на спирка Овча купел. Централният комитет на комсомола обявява национална младежка кампания за солидарност с Никарагуа. Целта е да се наберат средства за построяване на училище в столицата Манагуа. За съобщения за значими трудови акции можете да използвате телефон 44 08 29 и телекса на Централния комитет на комсомола 230 336, а събраните средства да се привеждат по тази банкова сметка. До 29 юли продължават предпремиерните прожекции на филма от Съединените американски щати "Кое е това момиче?". Режисьор е Джеймс Фоли, а главната роля се изпълнява от естрадната певица Мадона. Билети можете да намерите на касата на Кино София. А на 29 юли, петък, в летния театър в Парка на свободата от 21 часа е концертът на вокално-инструментална група "Фактор". Билети можете да си купите от касата на булевард Руски номер 2 в столицата.
С тебе как ще разговарям пак, кога порасна чак до горния прак, до горния прак. До вчера ти танцува рок-н-рол, а днес, уви, играеш баскетбол.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
Kauge kõne ootamine teeb närviliseks. Mäletate ju, minutid venisid päevapikkuseks ja pähe tikkusid kõige mõttetumad paralleelid. Tagatipuks selgus, et number ei vasta ja kõik algab otsast. Tallinnas on sellel lõpp. Täna valib enamik tallinlasi ka kaugabonendid ise. Õnnelike arv kasvab päevast päeva. Kaugvalimise juhised ja linnade koodid on juba mitmel korral ajalehes avaldatud. Kaante vahele jõuab toekas teatmik. Niisiis, tallinlane, vali ise, vali terviseks.
Kõik pole kuld, mis hiilgab.
Seda küll, kuid kaupluses juveel on müügil nii üht kui teist. Ehteid, kelli, lauahõbedat.
Video pirates used to make their money selling bootleg tapes, but in the new internet age, they too have gone high-tech. Aidan Pickering reports on how black market films are now just a click away.
Shooting movies off theater screens with a camcorder.
I make a killing off of it.
Hurricane didn't realize it was you. Yes, me. The latest movie release is available free on the net just as they're coming out in the theaters.
You know, it's prestige essentially in the hacker community.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Trading flicks with strangers in shadowy chat rooms.
Usually the people that have the movie want something in return.
This is black market Hollywood. Current movies ripped off screens or from the studios themselves, offered in the darker corners of the web. It started, of course, with music. Pirated CDs, the first currency of black market bartering.
I'm sure there's people who are doing it just to be rebellious, and then there's a lot of people doing it just for financial reasons.
Simple. You give me your songs, I'll give you mine.
I just don't want to...
Now it's you show me your movie, and I'll show you mine. The reason for this bootlegging bonanza? Bigger, faster internet connections.
Someone on a regular 56K modem connection, it would take literally, many days to download something like this. But if someone's got a DSL connection or a cable modem or something, you're down into the realm of, a couple of hours.
Which makes the bootlegging trade all the rage at college campuses where students sit at the end of fancy internet connections that are supposed to help them study.
Universities and large institutions don't approve of this type of action because it slows down the network for everybody else.
It all begins here, a bootlegger with a hidden camcorder going into a movie theater and actually taping a 2-hour movie.
I'm actually going to be making a lot out of this. A hell of a lot of money.
Quality varies dramatically. Compare this higher-end sample, near video quality with clear-ish sound, to this low-definition mess complete with the sound of other moviegoers laughing.
Any tool will do.
All find their way onto the web, actually into a sophisticated chat network known as IRC, where, if you jump through a few hoops, you can download an entire movie. Is it all worth it, considering the quality? Well, some students and others use the pirated copies to decide whether to spend $7.50 at their local theater to see the real thing.
Just went, downloaded it, watched it. I was like, oh my gosh, this movie sucks. I'm never going to go watch it.
We found Scream 3 offered free 5 days after general release. The pirates offering movies like this usually want another in exchange. But here's the twist. You'll find some who'll give you a movie if you'll visit a particular web page for which you have to register.
They say something like, the password is the 6th word on this page of this website.
But we've discovered that what's really going on here is that movie bootleggers get cash by getting you to register at that website. Take a site like alladvantage.com, based in Hayward, California. This site pays its members cash for getting someone new to register at the site. So movie bootleggers with an All Advantage account tell people, if you want the movie, just register at this website. As far as All Advantage is concerned, they're simply rewarding those who bring them new members. But in effect, they're unwittingly paying bootleggers the cash they want for their pirated movies.
So it's disappointing to us, but on the other hand, human nature being what it is, there always will be a few bad seeds, and we just need to locate them and take the appropriate steps.
Where is this all heading? Well, the movie industry is getting better and more aggressive at protecting its products.
We are resolute that we're going after people who use our material without permission in an illegal fashion. We're going after them everywhere they exist.
But with more and more people signing up every day for these higher speed internet connections, the pirates are finding more trading partners out there on the high seas of the web. More customers, potentially, for their plundered wares. In Los Angeles, Aidan Pickering, Fox 11 News.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
This is Jimmy. That's not his real name, and we can't show you his face because Jimmy is a video game pirate. Why do you do it? Is it an ego thing? Is it a challenge?
You can, that is part of it. You can, try to be the best you can be on the board, but
Also, it's a matter of not paying for stuff. Nobody really wants to pay for it.
Jimmy's part of a group of pirates who copy video games and spread them all over the world. A violation of federal law that could get him in deep trouble.
If it's a more serious offense, the fine could be up to $1 million or 5 years in jail or both.
Wow. But that's not stopping the pirates. For example, Nintendo says it lost about 4 to 5 billion loonies worldwide last year to software pirates. Most of that happened in Asia, where pirates pump out thousands of counterfeit CDs and video games every day. In Canada, the piracy industry is different. What would most video game pirates be involved in? What type of activities?
The newest one that's come to light recently is the copying of games onto computer disk.
They then take those files and post them on secret computer bulletin boards, or BBSs. Some of these BBSs charge about $30 a week, and they'll let you download all the video games they have. We asked Jimmy to show us how it works. So we're online here. What's going to happen to us?
Well, first, you have the number, right? You just call up the board, you log on, and...
Which one right now?
Yeah, which I'm on already. You just check for the files to see what's out. We see whatever is out, you just flag it, and then you just download it straight after.
In about 20 minutes, Jimmy downloaded Wild Guns, and we were ready to play.
This box is the unit that actually plays all the games that you downloaded.
So this thing right here is the game copier. The controversy is all about this, right?
Yeah, it's all about this.
What's this doing right now?
Right now, it's just loading up the game. It's acting like just a big cartridge.
And you say this was $500?
Yeah, $500.
Without this machine, there might not be any pirate video game BBSs. It lets you copy the original game onto your PC and play the games you've downloaded to floppy disk. These copiers aren't illegal in Canada, but video game companies are working on it. Even though Jimmy says he doesn't sell the games he downloads, what he does still hurts the manufacturers. Ask anyone in the industry.
The reality is we sell one copy and it's distributed to 10 others. And if you have a tenfold decrease on the income that we spend on creating the games, then it's going to either lead to really bad games or else very, very expensive games.
In the meantime, the RCMP is turning up the heat on pirates. In Montreal this past April, they raided 11 pirate BBSs, the biggest bust of pirate boards to date. But is Jimmy worried?
Actually, I'm not too worried about that. There's too many boards going on, and we can't stop us all at one time.
Молодцы! Я вижу, вы уже приготовились к гимнастике. Не правда ли с утра хорошо размяться? И сразу же появляется другое настроение. Итак, гимнастика, друзья! Первое упражнение. Руки на поясе. Повороты. Прогнуться, наклон. Прогнуться.
Здравствуйте, в эфире телеслужба новостей. И первое, что я сообщу вам, это то, что политический плюрализм отныне распространяется в нашей стране и на детей.